Hi everyone. In the last lecture of the investigation of the molecular structure, that is a lecture number 6, we have discussed the various basic concept of the spectroscopy, that is properties of the waves, wavelength, frequency, wave number, and the relation between the wavelength, frequency and the wave number, energy of the molecule, then region of the electromagnetic spectrum and energy level for the diatomic molecule. So, this concept already we have discussed in the lecture number 6. So, in this lecture we are going to discuss the rotational spectra of a diatomic molecule. So, here the rotation spectra, since the energy changes involving the transition in the rotational energy level are very low, the rotational spectra occur in the region of the longer wavelength or microwave region. So, in the last lecture we have discussed the energy for the diatomic molecule, and all of you know that here there are three types of internal energy, that is the electronic energy, vibrational energy and the rotational energy. So, electronic energy, it contains the vibrational energy levels, and vibrational energy levels, it contains the rotational energy level. Electronic energy levels or electronic energy is greater than the vibrational energy, and the vibrational energy, it is greater than the rotational energy. So, here the microwave region, the wavelength of the microwave region, it is a 10⁵ to 10⁷ nanometer. So, here this rotation spectra, it is also called as the microwave spectra, because here when the molecule interact with the microwave radiation, that is the 10⁵ to 10⁷ nanometer, then here there is a change in the rotational energy level. That means, here the molecule, it move from the one rotational energy level to the another rotational energy level. That is why here this rotation spectra, it is also called as the microwave spectra, and the region, that is the wavelength of the microwave region, it is a 10⁵ to 10⁷ nanometer. So, here spectroscopy application of the microwave consists of absorption of this radiation by matter rather than the emission type. So, here again all of you know that there are two types of the spectrum, absorption spectrum as well as the emission spectrum. But here when we consider the microwave region, instead of the emission spectra, here generally absorption spectra is considered. So, here the absorption of microwave energy represent changes of the absorbing molecule from one rotational level to the another rotational level. That means, here when the molecule interact with the microwave radiation, it move from one rotational energy level to the another rotational energy level. Therefore, microwave spectroscopy deals with the pure rotational motion of the molecule, and it is known as the rotation spectroscopy. So, pure rotation spectra are exhibited only by the molecule which possess a permanent dipole moment. So, here which molecules give the rotation spectra or the microwave spectra? The molecule which possess the permanent dipole moment. That means, here only the polar molecule, they give the rotation spectra or they give the microwave spectra. Then here such molecules, when rotate in the microwave radiation, it generate electric field which can interact with the electric component of the radiation, and during interaction energy can be absorbed or emitted, and rotating molecule, it give rise to a spectrum. So, this is the condition to obtain the microwave spectra or to obtain the rotation spectra. This means that the molecule for which dipole moment is not 0 gives rotation spectra. So, let us consider some example here, some non-polar molecule, that is the N2, H2, O2, Cl2, I2, CH4, C2H6, C2H4 and carbon tetrachloride. So, here all of you know that these molecules are the non-polar molecule, they does not have the dipole moment. So, here this molecule, they does not give the rotation spectra. So, these molecules, they are the microwave inactive. So, what is the meaning of microwave inactive? Microwave inactive means the molecule, they does not give the microwave spectra. On the other hand, let us consider the example of the polar molecule, that is HCl, CH3Cl, carbon monoxide, hydrogen iodide. These molecules are the polar molecule, they have the permanent dipole moment or they have the dipole moment, and such molecules, they are said to be the microwave active. So, what is the meaning of microwave active? That means they give the microwave spectra or they give the rotation spectra. So, this is the condition to obtain the rotation or microwave spectra, the molecule must have the dipole moment. Then here let us consider the rigid diatomic molecule. So, here we are going to study the rotation spectra for the diatomic molecule, and the rigid diatomic molecule is considered, that is the bond between the two atoms, it is considered as the rigid. that means the bond length is fixed. So, here the rotating diatomic molecule whose nuclei are supposed to be separated by the definite mean distance may be treated as the rigid rotator. It has a free axis of rotation. So, here consider a simple diatomic molecule, that is AB, with the absolute masses of atoms as m1 and m2 respectively. The molecule AB is considered to be rigid rotator like a dumbbell, in which the masses m1 and m2 are connected by the bond of the bond length r0. So, r0 is the bond length, that is the bond length of the molecule AB is the r0, that is the distance between the two atoms A and B, it is r0, and rotates about the C, the center of gravity, so that the molecule has end over end rotation about the axis through its center of gravity. See the center of gravity, and here this AB molecule, it rotate around the this center of gravity, there is a end over end rotation, and so here r0 is equal to r1 plus r2. So, just to understand this concept, let us consider the diagram. So, here this is the diagram, these are the two atoms, this is the atom A and this is the atom B. M1 is the mass of the atom A and M2 is the mass of atom B. So, here r0 is the bond length, where C is the center of gravity, r1 is the distance of the atom A from the center of gravity C, r2 is the distance of atom B from the center of gravity C. So, here again r0 is the bond length. So, here r0 is equal to r1 plus r2. So, as point C is the center of gravity. So, here as the system is balanced about the center of gravity. So, here we can write m1 r1 is equal to m2 r2. So, at point C the condition is m1 r1 is equal to m2 r2, because here system is balanced at point C. So, here also from this equation we can write m1 r1 is equal to m2 r2 is equal to. So, here from this equation here we can substitute the value of the r2. So, here r2 is equal to r0 minus r1. So, here m2 in bracket r0 minus r1 is equal to m1. So, here m1 into r1. So, from this equation again r1 is equal to r0 minus r2. So, here the r0 minus r2, this is the equation number 2. So, here equation 2 is written from the equation 1. Then here from the equation 2 we can write. So, here m1 r1. So, this is a m1 r1. So, m1 r1 is equal to m2 in bracket r0 minus r1. So, here m2 r0 minus r1. So, this can be rearranged, or this can be written as m1 r1 is equal to m2 into r0 minus m2 into r1. So, here this can be rearranged as, that is a m1 r1, here there is a minus sign, plus m2 r2 is equal to m2 r0. So, here r1 is taken as the common. So, r1 in bracket m1 plus m2 bracket complete is equal to m2 into r0. So, here this equation again rearrange, that is r1 is equal to, so here r1 is equal to m2 into r0 divided by m1 plus m2. So, here this is the equation number 3. So, here similarly because of the condition m2 r2. So, from this equation again m2 r2. So, m2 r2 is equal to m1 in bracket r0 minus r2. So, here m1 r0 minus r2. So, again similar way we can rearrange the equation for r2, and here r2 is equal to m1 into r0 divided by m1 plus m2. So, the equation number 3 and equation number 4 are the values of the r1 and r2. Again here r1 is the distance of atom A from the center of gravity, and r2 is the distance of atom B from the center of gravity. So, equation 3 and equation 4 are the value of the r1 and r2. Then here now the moment of inertia I about the C, it is defined by the equation. So, I is equal to m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square. So, this equation can be written as m1 r1 into r1 plus m2 r2 into r2. So, from the equation 1, what is the equation 1? Equation 1 is m1 r1 is equal to m2 r2. So, here from the equation 1 we can write the value of the m1 r1. So, m1 r1 is equal to m2 r2 into r1 plus the value of the m2 r2, again m2 r2 is equal to m1 r1. So, m1 r1 into r2, this is from equation 1. Then here r1 and r2 it is taken as the common. So, here we can write I is equal to in bracket m1 plus m2 bracket complete. So, here r1 and r2. So, here substituting the value of the values of the r1 and r2 in the above equation. So, here I is equal to, that is m1 plus m2. So, here m1 plus m2 divided by 1 into value of the r1. So, value of the r1 is m2 divided by m1 plus m2 into r0 multiply by value of r2. So, value of the r2 is, that is m1 divided by m1 plus m2 into r0. These values are taken from the equation 3 and 4. So, here when we consider this equation, this m1 plus m2, this m1 plus m2, these two will be cancel, and here m1 into m2. So, this is the m1 into m2. So, r0 into r0, r0 square divided by m1 plus m2. So, this is the m1 plus m2. So, this equation can be written as, that is I is equal to mu into r0 square. This is the equation number 5, and in this equation what is the value of mu? So, here this mu can be written as m1 m2 divided by m1 plus m2, and this mu, it is called as the reduced mass. For example, here how the reduced mass is calculated. So, if we consider the molecule carbon monoxide, so we know that the mass of the carbon or atomic weight of the carbon is 12. So, instead of m1 here we can write the 12. Then oxygen, its atomic weight is 16 or mass is 16. So, we can write 12 into 16 divided by 12 plus 16 for the carbon monoxide. Instead of the carbon monoxide, if we consider the HCl, so here the atomic weight of hydrogen is 1. So, here we can write the 1, chlorine 35.5. So, 35.5. So, 1 into 35.5 divided by 1 plus 35.5. So, in this way we can find out the reduced mass for the diatomic molecule. Then here wave mechanics show that the rotational energy Ej of such a rigid rotator in any given rotational quantum level J, it is given by the equation. So, here the Ej, that is the rotational energy in joule, it is given by the equation, that is the h square divided by 8 pi square I into j plus 1. This is as per wave mechanics. So, here the rotational energy, it is given by the equation, once again h square divided by 8 pi square I into j in bracket j plus 1, where j, it is called the rotational quantum number, and here its value is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n, where h is the Planck's constant and here the I is the moment of inertia. So, here in this equation what is the important? J is called the rotational quantum number and their values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n. So, here in the rotational region, spectra are generally expressed in terms of wave number. So that it become useful to consider the rotational energy in this unit. So, all of you know that again the wave number generally it is expressed in terms of the centimeter inverse. So, here this equation we have to divide by the SC just to obtain or just to convert joule into the wave number. So, here this is the rotational energy, that is the Ej, its value is given here. So, here we have to divide by SC just to obtain the value in terms of the wave number. So, Ej divided by SC. So, here h square divided by 8 pi square I. So, h square divided by 8 pi square I divided by SC into j plus 1. So, here this square is cancelled with this h, and here finally we can write h divided by 8 pi square IC multiplied by j plus 1. This is the equation number 6, and here when the Ej is divided by SC, that is here when we consider the energy in terms of the wave number, it is denoted by symbol epsilon j. So, here in this equation the h upon 8 pi square IC, it is equal to B. So, here this B, it is called as the rotational constant. So, equation 6 can be written as epsilon j. So, epsilon j means here the energy is expressed in terms of the wave number. So, E is equal to B into j in bracket j plus 1. This is the equation number 7. So, here this is the final equation for the rotational energy in terms of the wave number. So, B is the rotational constant and here the j is the rotational quantum number. So, here by considering the equation 7, the rotational energy in the centimeter inverse can be calculated for some values of the rotational quantum number j, and these values are listed in as below. So, here friends, in this equation we are going to substitute the value of the j. So, what are the values of the j? So, j is the rotational quantum number, its values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, just by substituting the value of the j. So, here we will get the allowed rotational energy level. So, let us consider these values. So, here energy level for the rigid diatomic molecule, this is the expression epsilon j is equal to B j plus 1, j is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, let us substitute j is equal to 0 here. So, j is equal to 0. So 0 plus 1, that is 1, into 0 we get the 0. So here when J is equal to 0, the value of the energy in terms of centimeter inverse, that is it is equal to 0. So let us consider J is equal to 1. So here the 1 plus 1, that is a 2, 2 into 1, that is a twice B. So here when the J is equal to 1, the value of the energy is twice B. Let us consider the second value, that is the J is equal to 2. So here 2 plus 1, that is a 3, again 3 into 2, that is a 6. So here when the J is equal to 2, here we get the 6B. So let us substitute the value of J, that is a 3. So here 3 plus 1, that is 4, and 4 into 3, that is a 12. So here when J is equal to 3, the value of the energy is 12B. Similar way, when J is equal to 4, it is a 20B, J is equal to 5, 30B, J is equal to 6, 42B, and so on. So these are the allowed rotational energy level. Then here we now consider the differences between the levels in order to discuss the spectrum. The selection rule for the rotational transition, that is a delta J is equal to plus minus 1. So let selection rule delta J is equal to plus minus 1. This is the selection rule for the rotational energy level. So what is the selection rule? Suppose here if the molecule is present in the in this J is equal to 0, that is a lower energy level. So here when it interacts with the micro radiation, it moves from 0 to 1 only. So here delta J is equal to plus 1, or it moves from 1 to 2 only, or it moves from 2 to 3 only, or 3 to 4 only, when we consider the delta J is equal to plus 1. Suppose here if the molecule is already in the higher energy level, suppose molecule is in the J is equal to 4 level. So here when the emission takes place, it move from J is equal to 4 to J is equal to 3 only, that is and here the delta J is equal to minus 1, or it move from 3 to 2 only, not 3 to 1 directly, or not 3 to 0 directly, just it move from 3 to 2 only, or from 2 to 1 only, and here the selection rule is delta J is equal to minus 1. So here the selection rule for the rotational energy, it is a delta J is equal to plus minus 1. So it means that the molecule will move 1 unit up in the energy level diagram during the absorption. When the absorption takes place, molecule will move 1 unit up in the energy level diagram, or 1 unit below during the emission of the energy. If we imagine the molecule to be in the J is equal to 0 state, that is the ground rotational state where the no rotation occur, we can consider that incident radiation be absorbed to raise the molecule to J is equal to 1 state, resulting absorption of energy. So here the delta epsilon, that is the absorbed energy. How the absorbed energy is calculated? So here epsilon J is equal to 1 minus epsilon J is equal to 0. So all of you know that when J is equal to 1, the value of the energy is twice B, and J is equal to 0, it is a 0. So here twice B minus 0, so it is equal to twice B centimeter inverse. So here which transition? The transition is J is equal to 0 to J is equal to 1. So here it is a delta J is equal to plus 1. So here the delta epsilon, it is equal to twice B centimeter inverse, that is corresponding line will be occur at twice B centimeter position in the spectrum, and here this can be represented as, that is the nu bar is equal to J is equal to 0 to J is equal to 1, that is a twice B centimeter. So here we have considered the first transition, that is the J is equal to 0 to J is equal to 1. Let us consider the second transition, J is equal to 1 to J is equal to 2. This is the second transition. So here delta epsilon, that is the absorbed energy, it is calculated by using this equation, that is the epsilon J is equal to 2. So here epsilon J is equal to 2, its value of the energy is 6B, minus epsilon J is equal to 1, its value is twice B. So here the 6B minus twice B, it will give the 4B centimeter inverse. That is the second line in the spectrum, it is obtained at the 4B centimeter. So for this transition, J is equal to 1 to J is equal to 2. Instead of J is equal to 1 to J is equal to 2, let us consider the transition J is equal to 2 to J is equal to 3, and here the energy absorbed, it will be the 6B centimeter inverse. Instead of 4B, 6B. So twice B, 4B, 6B, 8B, 10B, and so on. So let us consider the general transition. So general transition J to J plus 1 we can write. So here the nu bar is equal to J to J plus 1. So is equal to epsilon J plus 1 minus epsilon J is equal to 0. So here is equal to B in bracket instead of j, let us substitute the j plus 1. So, j plus 1 in bracket j plus 2. So, here minus b into j plus 1. So, substituting the value of the epsilon j is equal to 1 minus epsilon j is equal to 0. So, this can be the multiplication of these two bracket, it can be written as b in bracket j square plus thrice j plus 2 minus, so here b is taken as the common, minus j into j square. So, here the minus j. So, here this can be written as, that is a new bar j to j plus 1. So, here plus j square and minus j square is cancelled, thrice j minus j, that is a twice j. So, twice j plus 2 is taken as the common. So, it is equal to twice b in bracket j plus 1. So, here in general for the transition j to j plus 1. So, we can write energy absorbed, it is a twice b j plus 1. So, here thus a stepwise rising of the rotational energy result in the absorption spectrum consisting of the level, that is a twice b, 4b, 6b, 8b, 10b, 12b, 14b centimeters inverse and the so on. While similar lowering would result in the additional emission spectra. So, here when we consider the emission spectra, the same lining or the same lines are observed in the emission spectra. So, according to the quantum theory, for the rigid rotation, permitted transitions are only those for delta j is equal to plus minus 1. So, here when we consider plus 1, we get the absorption spectra. When we consider the minus 1, we get the emission spectra. So, this is the selection rule for the rotation spectra or the microwave spectra, that is the transition takes place to the next higher or lower level. So, here what is the important? This condition is known as the selection rule. The transitions such as delta j is equal to plus minus 2, plus minus 3, plus minus 4, plus minus 5, such transitions are spectroscopically forbidden. That means here such transitions are not allowed. Only the allowed transitions are delta j is equal to plus minus 1. So, here friends, let us consider this table. So, here these are the values of the rotational quantum number. When j is equal to 0, again the epsilon j, that is the rotational energy, it is equal to 0, j is equal to 1, it is a twice b, j is equal to 2, it is a 6b, j is equal to 3, it is a 12b, j is equal to 4, 20b, j is equal to 5, 30b, j is equal to 6, 42b, j is equal to 7, 56b and so on. So, these are the allowed rotational energy level. So, here again these are the allowed rotational energy level, these are the values of the j, while these are the values of the rotational energy level in centimeter inverse. So, here this is the transition, 0 to 1 transition, selection rule, delta j is equal to plus minus 1. So, here we have considered the delta j is equal to plus 1, 0 to 1, then here 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 and here 5 to 6. So, here molecule it will go from 0 to 1 only. So, here 0 to 2 transition it is not possible, or 0 to 3 transition it is also not possible. So, here only 0 to 1 or 1 to 2. So, 1 to 3 transition is also not possible. So, 1 to 4 transition is also not possible. So, here 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 and 5 to 6. So, these are the allowed transition. So, here when 0 to 1 transition takes place, the first line will be obtained at the twice b centimeter. When second transition, that is a 1 to 2 transition takes place, the second line is obtained, that is a 4b centimeter inverse. When the molecule it move from 2 to 3, then here the line is obtained at the 6b centimeter inverse and so on, 8b, 10b and 12b. So, here this is the allowed rotational energy level. So, these are the allowed rotational energy level. Transition between them of the rigid diatomic molecule. So, these are the transition, and here this is the rotation spectra for the diatomic molecule. So, here rotation spectra for the diatomic molecule. So, let us summarize the selection rule. Here the molecule has a rotation spectrum only if it has a permanent dipole moment. So, here if only the polar molecule they give the rotation spectra. So, selection rule, delta j is equal to plus minus 1. So, plus 1 absorption of photons and here minus 1 emission of the photon. Then here transition observed in the absorption spectrum, j is equal to 0 to j is equal to 1. The first line is obtained here at twice b centimeter inverse, j is equal to 1 to j is equal to 2, 4b centimeter inverse, and here this is a general transition j to j plus 1, and here the spacing between the line in the spectrum it is a twice b. Again these are the transition, and here this is the rotation spectra. So, here finally this is the microspectrum of the rigid diatomic molecule. So, first line is obtained at the twice by centimeter, second one will be 4b, 6b, 8b, 10b, 12b, 14b centimeter inverse, and so on. What is the important separation between the two line? It is a twice b. So, friends, here with the help of this rotation spectra, if we know the rotation spectra for the diatomic molecule, and if we know the spacing between the two line, here the spacing between the two line is twice b. If we know this value, so from these values we can find out the b, and all of you know that b is the rotational constant, and its value is b is equal to h upon 8 pi square IC. Just substituting the value of the b, here we can find out the moment of inertia, that is I, and all again I is equal to mu into r0 square. Just by substituting the value of the I, reduced mass, we can find out the bond length of the diatomic molecule. So, here with the help of the rotation spectra, if we know the rotation spectra, or if we have the rotation spectra for the diatomic molecule, from the rotation spectra we can find out the bond length, or here if we know the bond length of the molecule, then here we can find out the spacing between the two lines, because here again I is equal to mu into r0 square. In this equation directly we can substitute the value of the r0, that is the bond length, the value of the reduced mass of the diatomic molecule, we can find out the moment of inertia, that is the I. Again B is equal to h upon 8 pi square IC. Here in this equation we can substitute the value of the h as well as the I, C and value of the pi. Here we can find out the B, and here the spacing between the two line is the twice B. So, here when we multiply by B to the 2, here we get the spacing between the two line. So, here these are the importance of the rotation spectra. So, friends, in today's lecture we have discussed the rotation spectra or the microspectra for the diatomic molecule. Thank you.